I may not be able to fulfill my promise of being a better captain. Hello everybody, welcome once again to the month of Fright. Today on the agenda is Sunless Skies Sovereign Edition. It's one of those epic freebies, so you know. If you die, you can only continue with a new captain. If you die, you can reload or continue with a new captain. Oh, okay. You can reload. Nah, I think I'll continue with a new captain. I like the sound of that. At least that means that, you can still continue. It doesn't just cut off. Oh, for some reason it cut off the gameplay music audio. Only a few player weapons arc towards targets. Enemy projectiles move at the default speed. Fuel and supplies are consumed at the default rate. Yeah, that seems about right. I mean, I'm using mouse and keyboard, so I probably don't need auto-aim that much. Although, for me personally, I probably need it quite a bit. Log of Her Majesty's Locomotive, the Orphean. March 14th, 1905. Our expedition to the domains of the dead has been eventful. The Orphean has been damaged and in grievous need of repairs and supplies. We are returning in haste to the Reach, where I hope to make port at New Winchester. May God be with us. For 1,000 deaths wait in the sky. Final entry of Captain Amelia Charity Whitlock, DCM, written shortly before her death. Spooky. Bellbetter Games presents. I wonder if this is going to be like a Zombie U thing, where you die and then you go to a new captain. Blue Kingdom Transit Delay. Wait, what the? You have returned to the Reach and obtained Sunless Span of the Heavens, London's new frontier, a celestial garden run wild. Dodge left. Oh, okay. Wait, what? This is a trackless train. Your journey back from the Blue Kingdom was tumultuous. Your locomotive is damaged and Captain Whitlock badly wounded. I see. As first officer, the crew looks to you. The nearest station is New Winchester. Can you get to the Orphean there in safety? Toggle cruise control. I don't need to toggle cruise control. Much to the relief of your stalkers, you find a barrel of fuel among the detritus. The wreck hangs in the sky, pocked with recent gunfire. You and the boarding party don your sky suits, garments of waxed canvas, lined with felt to protect against the cold of the sky. Two of the crew are whispering as they dress. What business does Captain Whitlock have in the Blue Kingdom anyway? Why the devil do we trespass on the districts of the dead? You silence him, now's not the time. Look across the wreck. The gap between the two engines isn't wide, but the endless fathoms of heaven gape beneath it. Alright, let's go. You jump, your stomach lurches with vertigo as the stars blaze above you and below. The air of the heavens is thin and torn by unpredictable winds. Then your boots hit the running ground of the Ozymandias, and your leather-gloved hands fumble for a hold. One of your companions throws you a line, and you lash the two engines together. Only then do the rest of your boarding party follow you. Only one of them forces open an exterior hatch, and you clamber inside. This is called leading the way. Her interior is cold, unlit, and whistles with wind. Your party's lamps spread buttery light over the narrow paneled passages. You make your way towards the hold, stepping over bodies crumpled in the corridor. Unfortunately, your way is blocked. A bulkhead has been mangled inward by a well-aimed barrage. You can clear it away. This will test your iron skill. Iron is the skill of confronting and overcoming. You locate a length of pipe. Or you can lead your party on a more precarious path. Go back to the Ozymandias' hole, climb past the blockage, and enter through a window on the far side, and do so carefully. The skill of deceiving and evading. I guess deceiving and evading is probably the more intelligent choice. Success. The rest of the boarding party follow you without enthusiasm. You recall the first time you climbed outside an engine, helping the captain fix a leak in an exterior pipe. The wind has shrieked, buffeted at you. You ask the captain what would happen if you slipped. You fall, she answered tersely. But to where, you ask? She looked down, then up, then back. The sky's depths spiraled all about you. Away, she said, and you heard her fear. Back in the present, you trembled back into the Ozymandias through a shattered window, your party spilling after you, glad to be back inside. You have reached the Ozymandias' cold. A ruin of smashed cargo and spilled supplies. Hopefully somewhere amidst the detritus, you can find parts to repair the Orphean and restock your stores. Conduct a thorough search. Your companions work quickly. The Ozymandias' hull has begun to creak. Your actions on board may have compromised its integrity. Fine. You found enough food and gear to restock your supplies and enough spare parts to make necessary repairs to the Orphean. The food will need to be thoroughly thawed, of course, but you've eaten worse in the skies. Oh ho, cries one of your party, prying the lid off a long crate. This is renewed, by the way. It holds a cannon still nestled in straw. Another crewman pulls a battered birdcage from a pile of ruined cargo. Within the cage, something winged and furry. Bird opens a sullen eye. You examine your finds. Interesting. The Ozymandias emits a long, juddering creak. Your boarding party exchange nervous glances. From the chaos of its hold, you have retrieved repairs and supplies and discovered some useful equipment, a gun that could be mounted on your locomotive, and an educated bat. Mount the Jerusalem cannon on the Orphean. Her own weapons were damaged during the flight from the Blue Kingdom. This leaves you vulnerable. You can claim both this and the bat, liberate a diffident bat, and employ it as a scout. The heavens are wide, so locomotives use scouts like bats to locate things of interest. Ports, resources, wrecks like this one to scavenge. Return to the Orphean is too dangerous to stay. Okay, you can claim both this and the cannon. You can claim both this and the bat. I see. Right, I guess we want the cannon, I'm guessing. You can claim both this and the bat. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna claim the cannon first. Fire and Fury, the Coteril and Hathersage, Jerusalem fires single shells to a good range, more or less accurately. You order two of your party to get it back to your vessel and fit it immediately. The Ozymandias groans again. The structure shudders spasmodically. Sorry, Fire and Fury, you now have one Coteril and Hathersage, Jerusalem. Nice. Okay, now we gotta liberate a diffident bat and employ it as a scout. The bat treats its rescue as an inconvenience and immediately begins haggling over pay. You offer to put it back in its damn cage and leave it over the Ozymandias, at which point it becomes more polite. You doubt it will last. Eyes in the sky. Diffident bat. Okay, here we go. It emits a long juddering creak. Your boarding party exchange nervous glances. Okay, press on to the engine room or return. You might find more fuel there, but you had better hurry. It is beginning to tear apart. This is not without risk. I suppose we need to take risk, viewer. The wreck screeches as its metal buckles and tears. You press onto the shuddering corridors, searching frantically for the engine room. It is foolish for all of you to go. Send your quickest and lightest to retrieve the fuel, while the rest of you return to the Orphean. Hard is the skill of conniving and enduring. Send the rest of the boarding party back to the Orphean. Go on alone. Mere is the skill of investigating and deducing. Or return to the Orphean. It's too dangerous to stay. Let's send your quickest and lightest. We gotta go with our skilled people. We gotta trust in them. A likely lad and lass. You select two springly members of your party and they dart onto the Ozymandias. The rest of you return to the Orphean to wait. You chose wisely. The two explorers return shortly thereafter carrying several sacks of glistening black coal. They are lauded as heroes by your crews. You stoke your engines and steam away. Restocked, refueled, repaired, and rearmed. You gained 2 times fuel. Sure, I may not have gotten the blaze of glory that I wanted, but hey, viewer, it's not all about glory. It's about what's best for your team. Never try to hog the glory as a captain. You need to recognize the strength of your crew and trust them. Just saying. Probably would do us good. Less fortunate even than you. Wish you scavenged here for repairs, right? Press F to send out your scout. Cost supplies. Sure, why not? Your scout has discovered something. To see what it is, open your chart. Where is the chart? Okay, it's right over there. Okay, your scout has discovered something. Okay, cool. Ooh, a station. Cool. Nice. Thank you, Scout. Summoned by Captain Whitlock, the walls of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge of curios. Across the sky, Captain Whitlock lies in bed. Black marks cover her skin like a monstrous brand. When she coughs, coils of acrid smoke pour from her lungs. Inquire after the captain's injuries. The locomotive's doctors attend her. Her lips are tight. Approach the bridge. The captain opens her eyes as you draw near. She attempts to smile. Her mouth is blistered from the blue fires that dance on her tongue. Her hand grips your arm. Her skin is hot as kettle. Made arrangements. The Orphean will be yours. Her voice is just a rasp of burned meat breath. But Promise. She breaks off to scream a word in a language that was not meant for human mouths. When she resumes speaking English, she is weaker. Her request little more than a gasp. Promise me one last service. Promise. Promise her you will obey her last command. Whatever it is, you'll see it done. Make no promise, tell her to rest. She will need her strength. There is a hospital at New Winchester that can help her. Demand to know why they took the Orphean to the Blue Kingdom. It was folly to visit one of the lands of the dead. Now you're paying the price. I don't know. I want to hear the last command to make sure that I know what it is before I make any promises. You know what? She's dying. I'm gonna be nice. Promise her you'll obey her last command. She sinks back relieved. All in my will, she gasps, be a better. She breaks off as the sigils burned into her bone flares, glowing cherry red through her flesh and bones. Better captain than I. Aw, okay. Man, okay, that's a good promise. That's a good promise. I'm glad I said yes to that. The effort exhausts her. She sinks back in the scorched pillows in a twisted, frantic fever. The walls of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge of curios from across the sky. Captain Whitlock lies in bed. Black marks cover... Okay. Take your leave. You have an engine to command. Yes, ma'am. I can do that. We can definitely do that. I will try. Other business. You leave the cabin and the scorched stink of its air behind and return to the bridge. New Winchester is further than you'd like, and the new captain hasn't long left. Onwards. Oh, I see. Does it cost any resources? Uh-oh. We got company. I like the light effect. That's pretty cool. Okay, there we go. We got it, viewer. We have survived. We have survived for now. The Reach Marauder is defeated. You prepare to board the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunders. Behind you, someone is humming a song of victory. Raid the remains, pillage homesteads, and hunt travelers all across the Reach. They have to carry stolen valuables, strip it for repairs, scavenge the Marauders' plating and components to repair the damaged Orphean. Well, we didn't get hurt. At least, we didn't get damaged by them. I mean, I managed to destroy them pretty resoundly. They didn't even attack. They have to carry stolen valuables. Let's go for that. Your boarding party returns with wallets and watches, cufflinks, lockets, and keepsakes. You store them in a safe to be pawned when, if you make it back to port, you now have 42 sovereigns, ill-gotten gains. Onwards. And because it might be damaged, but it didn't get damaged from me. Everything is perfectly fine. Are you an ally? Are you friendly, or are you a foe? That's what I'd like to know. Okay, the station is in fact this way, so we gotta go that way anyway. You know what? Preemptive strike, why not? Uh-oh. Okay, good, we managed to destroy it at least. Okay, the Cantankeree are lumbering, half-fossil isopods that will attack anything they disapprove of. Given that they are very ancient and murderously grumpy, that means almost anything. The corpse of the Cantankeree has been neatly sheared, creating a clear cross-section of its internal arrangements. Praise precious stones from his carapace. Okay, gain sovereigns. You will always find an uncanny specimen, but may lose crew on with a set of pliers. You have presumably less pleasant concerns to attend to. Deploy your canning equipment, enough to extract several meals of tasteless mush. Drill for scraps of digestible meat. Unfortunately, I don't have the stuff required for that. I guess I'll gain sovereigns, why not? Oh, failure. Damn. Your efforts yield only modest results before a violent shudder racks the beast. 2 plates of carapace grind together. A crewman's hand was between them. His scream is thin in the hollows of the sky. You've lost one. Another crew member lost? What? Because his hand? I mean, couldn't he have just... Not that it would have been an ideal outcome, but couldn't he have just had his hand severed and then he would still be alive? Doesn't make any sense. I'd like to know what sense that makes, viewer. Okay, this is the station. Here we go. Here we go, viewer. New Winchester, 512 experience gained. You coast into the bustle, the din, the soot, and the steam of Wolvesey Station. It is clogged with other engines, scrappy mining locomotives from Lustrum Way, weathered explorers gleaming with frost, sleek company vessels with bright brass fittings. No sooner have you pulled into sidings than a brusque station master bustles over. He requests to come aboard. I must speak with your captain. He insists, brandishing a ledger, the usual formalities. Look to the Orphean's doctor. He has just appeared on your shoulder. His face is solemn. His hat is in his hands. He lowers his eyes. The crew exchange bleak the passing. Yeah, the wordless looks. The Orphean itself feels suddenly more empty. The station master looks confused. You inform them that, unfortunately, Captain Whitlock has just passed. Ah, he says neutrally. Sorry to hear that. Very sad, very sad. He waits for what he considers an appropriate minute and a half before continuing. Alas, even amidst tragedy, the cogs of bureaucracy must turn. If Captain Whitlock is deceased, the station authority require their answers from the first officer. He dons a set of spectacles and locates his pen. It will be relatively painless. Name, background, purpose of visit, etc. Shall we begin? Sure, why not? I guess I can tell you. Ooh, okay. Create your captain. Okay, cool. So, you will begin with high iron, the skill of confronting and overcoming. You will begin with high hearts, the skill of conniving and enduring. You'll begin with high veils, the skill of evading and deceiving. You'll begin with high mirrors, the skill of investigating and deducing. I kind of like the sound of that. I kind of like a good investigation. Begin with high hearts, the skill of conniving and enduring. High iron, the skill of confronting and overcoming. The skill of investigating and deducing. Skill of evading and deceiving. Okay. Let's see. Hymns and hymnals, Sundays and sermons, okay. Let's see. I kind of want this, though. Okay, street urchin. No, wait, not, the investigating. An academic. I can choose to be an academic or a ministry auditor. Her Majesty's preferred instrument. I think I'm gonna go with the academic. Practical sciences, engineering, chemistry, autonomy, everything you need to break apart and put it back together. Okay, that's cool. Language of the heavens, skills of conniving and enduring, affiliates you with academ. The oldest of alphabets, it is maddening and occasionally inflammatory. Literature. Skill of deceiving and evading. I think I'm gonna go with this one. You want a comfortable retirement. By comfortable, you mean extravagant. Many have other fortunes laid out among the stars. We need an ambition, we need or fame, or the truth. Even the stars have secrets, but they won't. This is a demanding ambition, best played by a lineage that has already completed wealth or fame. Oh, okay. Fair enough. You know what? Money makes the world go round, so, you know, I'm just gonna go with that. Better to have enough to keep yourself going than necessarily fame. But you can even customize yourself. That's pretty cool. Look at that, a top hat. Hold on, I'm gonna go with the top hat. That looks cool. Not bad at all. Nah, I think I'm gonna go with that. That looks good. Huh, you can even choose your brows. That's kind of interesting. Wow, look at that. You can actually see your, oh, a monocle? Cool. Nice, let's go with monocle, because, you know, why the hell not? We're gonna go with fortune as our ambition. We may as well look the part, right? Right. Even choose our nose, because, you know, why not? Yes, it's time to kick ass. Oh, I can have a beard. I think I'd rather have a beard. Let's go with the beard. I don't want an outfit that's going to completely make the beard invisible. That would just eliminate the point now, wouldn't it? No, that looks good. Term of address, Reverend. They will call your captain, but your captain's gender is up to you. Okay. Okay. Citizen, captain, my lord, my lady, specialist, doctor, professor, officer, archivist, principal, administrator, secretary, attendant, nurse, comrade, brother, sister, reverend. No, let's go with brother. You know, I'm a bro. I'm brother. I'm Brother Henry. Let's go with Brother Henry. Why not? Yeah, that looks good. At least in my opinion. I've only got like 10 minutes left anyway. The reading of the will. 3 weeks have passed. This morning, Captain Whitlock received a simple memorial service. Her body was consigned to a necropolis Necropolis train bound for the Serene Mausoleum. Now you sit with a handful of her relatives in the threadbare offices of her solicitors. A methodical notary is reading the will. The captain was wealthy once, but squandered her capital on mysterious expenses before her expedition to the Blue Kingdom was the end. The captain's relatives, from whom she mostly estranged, are clearly wondering why you are here. Before you leave, it may be prudent to buy you more supplies. Okay, I'm gonna go hide that. In a final codicil, the notary announces, Captain Whitlock confirmed that possession of the Orphean was to pass to its first officer. He peers at you with dry gray eyes. This includes a certain black box containing the Orphean's hold. Captain Whitlock's final request that was at the time of your choosing, you transport said box to an address in London. He hands you an address box and deposits it there. You are not to look inside. She gave no explanation. The Orphean is yours. You can now investigate the black box at Winchester. You can take the box as requested, or you could sell and be done. You have been bequeathed a large black box which belonged to Captain Whitlock. You have gained 100 sovereigns. Onwards. The clamoring central station of New Winchester, a place of steam and smut and thundering iron. Here you can find people willing to pay for skilled captain service. I specialize in test driving, but I'm looking for something quieter. An opportunity, the inspector, investigate the black box. Let's see what the black box has. Left it to you. Her will described it as only a black box. The description you consider to only be an unhelpful understatement. It is a casket of black basalt, longer than you are tall, unadorned, with a single small recess that contains a keyhole. The thing must weigh most of a ton. It stands upright in the corner of the hold where the crew have pushed it out of the way. Consider what's to be done with it. Whether you obey it is up to you. It was the dimensions of a sarcophagus plundered from the tomb of some forgotten prince of Egypt. Sell the box as a curiosity. I'm not saying what to get inside, but at least you get it off your hands. Better remember when it was the subject of speculation amongst the crew. Captain Whitlock had brought it on board just before your ill-fated expedition to the Blue Kingdom. It was empty then, you know, because you saw the lid and the box carried on board separately, and assembled in the hold. It is not empty now. It is sealed and even heavier than before. Well, you left the Blue Kingdom shortly after the box was delivered and made no stops along the way. So whatever's inside the box now, Captain Whitlock found in the Blue Kingdom. Preparations. That's fair. Consider what to do with it. Had a specific request. The last request of Captain Amelia Whitlock was for the box to be transported to a specific address in London. Alternatively, you could perhaps find someone willing to purchase it as a curiosity. And if you knew what was inside, you might be able to command a higher price. You know what? I'm not going to sell it. I should probably... Oh, it's a complex lock. Okay. Examine the box. Let's examine the box. There are no carvings or inscriptions inside it. The join where the lid meets the body is too thin to admit even a knife blade. There are no holes by which light or air might find their way in. It is impossible to see inside without opening it. Even the keyhole has been engineered in such a way to prevent peeking. The recess with the keyhole, though, as far as you can determine, that is a more recent addition to the box. The stone has been drilled and chiseled away to create stone base for a modern metal lock. Okay, that's fair. Okay, that's fair. I'm just gonna perhaps not. No. I'm gonna honor her wishes and actually... I'm gonna deliver the damn thing because, you know, why not? She seemed nice. Even if it is not enough to be rich, one must be seen to be truly lavishly, importunately wealthy. Okay, repair your locomotive. Claims they can repair anything. Have your hull partially repaired. Restore your locomotive to a pristine condition. This will cost you 3 sovereigns per point of hull you've lost. Luckily, we found a lot of those, even if we also lost a crewmate. Thankfully, that isn't too much of a problem. At least, you know, the sovereign part. Let's see, fully repair. Okay, perhaps not. Can we hire new crewmates? Hire on crew. Your voyages have grown perilous of late. Hire some of the turncoats' crew as replacements. A famous tackety captain has turned tail and fled back to London, promised a generous pension and full pardon in exchange for selling secrets. His crew are at a loose end and are under a cloud of suspicion. Will they ever find work again? Sure, why not? Initially, the crew members are suspicious. They think you might be a journalist for the Gazette. Still, they're happy to drink on your coin, and as the night progresses, their reserve vanishes. When they arrive at your engine the next day to sign their papers, they come with headaches and nausea and the last of their things. They go to their berths, ready to make it to the stars again. On occurrence, your crew quality is now 10. Okay, here we go. Now I've got a full crew. Okay. Explore the city. An opportunity to learn about trading. Successful skyfarers by dabbling in trade, inquire whether or not there are any good trading opportunities available. Let's see, a trading opportunity. Visiting the Promise of Days is one of the options when exploring the city. They will keep their ears to the ground. They know about an opportunity or two. Okay, that's fair. Visit the Promise of Days? Sure, why not? Introduce yourself to the seasoned captains. They're always happy to offer words of advice, sometimes many words. Four are gathered at the usual table: the masked citizen, a libertine, a polymath, and the pioneer of the neo-nocturnal artistic school. The bedeviled Didact, sorry, I'm butchering the words, a scholar haunted by his discoveries, a pucky baroness, explorer, collector, philantelist, and spatchcocker Meg, who hunts monsters. Of course, everything out here is jolly dangerous, as the baroness. Few risk the skies, so news of distant ports is valuable. Collect port reports from the places you visit and deliver them to the Victory Hall or Company House. The more you turn at once, the more they'll pay. Look for more opportunities on the way. It advises the masked citizen, passengers who want transport, rich men in need of bloody work, etc. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. How to make a fortune through trade. Perhaps not. I think I need to actually go out there, even though I don't have much time left. Oh, wait, what's this? Okay, Henry, level 1. Fastest to take in. Ambitions, wealth. Let's go ahead and check this place out. At least a little bit. Is there a hotkey to... Okay, there is a hotkey. I just have to press tab. That makes sense. Let's see what else we can find. At least in the immediate area. I'm not going to be able to go very far, unfortunately. Wait, what's that? Is that an enemy? I like this game. I think I'll come back to it later. Not the most horror game, but, you know, it works. Uh-oh. What's that? What was that? What is that? Is it friendly or is it hostile? I can't tell. It looks like some kind of island. Eh, it's probably fine. Wispy condition trails across the sky, the ghosts of passing trains. Oh, okay. The game froze there for a second. It actually had me worried. Loving the style, though. The lighting effects are nice, too. The 2D lighting effect. I know I've seen it before. I think you can actually make it relatively easily with Unity, but it still impresses me. I mean, look at that. It actually casts a shadow. It's so cool, bro. Little things like that just impress me to no end. Yeah, there doesn't appear to be much around here. I see. Okay, there's the Blue Kingdom right over there. We probably don't want to go back there. At least not for a while. Why immediately go back into the place that killed our previous captain, huh? A distant nebula shines on this place. Its light as mellow as melted butter. Oh, that's lovely. Ruins claw the sky, the works of giants. I mean, I've got a full crew and a fully healed ship. I'm probably gonna be fine, right? Right. I've only got a minute left anyway, so better hop to it, huh? Yeah, this is beautiful. I think some of it, okay, actually, it's probably not 3D, it's probably more like parallaxing, but man, there's so many parallaxing layers that it almost looks like a 3D game. At least below the surface. What the hell's that? Ew, requires mining. Let's not. It looks like a tree, except sideways. Crazy. Yeah, thinking it could be 3D layers, actually, now that I think about it. Hollow Knight played like a 2D game, but technically it used 3D layers to parallax everything. Fun fact. Unfortunately, I am all out of time. Real shame. I really want to explore the round of this game a bit more. But that's going to have to wait until next time, and that is going to have to be it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Go carefully, marauders have been made an encampment here on the recess of the wood. Make sure to spread this... Ooh, okay, here we go. Make sure to spread this video around like combat. And I will see you next time. Now go out there and capitalize on life. Peace out, have a good one. And have a nice and pleasant day. Let's see if I can destroy it. I keep missing my shots. Yeah, that's gonna help me. Hold on, let me see if I can fight this thing first. Come on, you bastard. Take this. I keep maxing out my heat though. It's gonna be a problem. Oh shit. I backed right into it. I may not be able to fulfill my promise of being a better captain. For the defeated oh, to the victor of the spoils, behind you, someone is singing, crap. Nothing. See you later.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed what you saw, feel free to check out more in these videos in front of you. And if you're a real junkie for all things gaming like I am, you can always subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of more. I'm dying to see you again.